97.5, and in our remote interview booth here at Sweetgrass at Del Webb in Richmond is a fellow by the name of Mark Whitehead, who owns a 61 T-Bird. That's kind of a rare car, is it not? Yes, but you don't see too many of them.
You don't
these
see,
days.
no. I guess maybe they weren't.
That they were probably used up, or they're currently in barns somewhere.
Well, I guess what I say is to restore one costs so much more than the car is probably going to be worth.
Did you restore
Not a real
yours?
big hot rodding car.
You did? You restored it yourself?
Well, with the help of a restoration shop to do the heavy restoration work, the paint and body work, because I don't have a paint booth in my car.
I can relate to
So-
that. That's what I did on the Corvette.
So this car was bought new by my father.
Pull that microphone closer. Yeah.
And,
oh, really?
So it's a December.
This is a
December
family car.
family car. So
Wow.
it's a December 61 manufacture date. My dad bought it new in April of 62. I was brought home from the hospital at birth in the back seat with my mom holding me in 63. This is a car that I learned to drive as a teenager. And I, excuse me, I can rarely tell this story without getting emotional, and this is another occasion of that, because it's my car, it's my dad's
Well, yeah.
car.
I mean, well, it's part of you. It's part of you.
So I learned to drive in the car.
Yep.
I learned to do my first burnouts in the car.
All right.
My fondest memories as a kid, so I'm from Iowa, Des Moines, Iowa, and the greatest memories I have is one of the ones that I remember anyway was a fresh snow. We got 6-8 inches of snow.
Right.
My dad and I would put on our hats and our gloves and our big coats. We'd put the top down, convertible. We'd put the top down. We'd turn the heaters up. He'd get his cup of coffee, and we'd be the first cars going through the roads in the snow. And it's just dead quiet, and all you'd hear is the rubber squeaking through
Crunching the snow.
fresh snow,
Yeah.
Crunching the snow. Yeah.
with one set of tracks behind you, and
Nothing in front of you. How
nothing
cool
in
is
front.
that?
Yeah, looking over my dad drinking his coffee.
Yeah.
And you're seeing that in your head right now. I can tell that
Yeah.
how it's welling up the emotion. How cool is that?
So, do you take it to a lot of shows? I mean, I don't believe I've ever seen that car before.
Just locally here. Now, I'll say the restoration shop that helped me restore the car.
Please do.
Yeah.
Houston, Classic Cars of Houston.
Okay.
Excuse me. And back in 2013, when Jeff Pate, the owner, finished the car, it was right at the Autorama down in Houston.
Yeah.
Right.
Beach. And so he wanted to use that as an example of his restoration work.
Sure.
And so he took it down there, trailered it down, put it up on these nice stands with this floor, and everything's just beautiful. And that was the first time I'd ever been at a show, and it ended up taking best in class and best in category.
Nice.
And at the Houston Autorama, those guys are spending big bucks.
Yeah,
to-
when you get into
so-
those classes.
So
was
Yeah.
it up one of the Magnificent Seven for the mill winders?
No,
Okay.
we're not quite there.
Still beautiful
but
car,
No,
though.
very nicely well done car. And that wasn't my plan for it, though. I mean, it was just to do it nice, to have him a memory of my
Yeah,
dad.
but Jeff does some really great work.
He does.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah, we've known Jeff for a long time. So, yeah. Well, it's a great car, and there's no doubt about it. We appreciate you stopping by and telling the story. The story is fantastic.
Yeah, we've had are you a member of the Houston Thunderbird Club?
Vintage Thunderbird.
Yeah, we've had
Houston.
them on the show a couple of times.
Yeah, very good.
Talked
Yeah.
to them and done
So,
some
are
stuff
you
with
going to
them.
bring it back to Autorama this year, or no?
Maybe. No plans this year. I've been invited to bring it down to Keels and Wheels down at Kima.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Next-
We'll be
next
there.
May.
Yeah, very
So
nice.
we'll see you there.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's a big deal to get invited to
Well,
that
hang
stuff.
on to that story. That's a great story, yeah. And be sure and tell it often, too. Mark Whitehead, thank you
Thank
very
you.
much for
Thanks
stopping
for
by
sharing.
the 61 T-Bird. We've got more of the...